Hello everyone, welcome to M Electrical YouTube channel. I hope you all are good and safe. Today, a question and answer where we will discuss each and every answer in detail. Here, you will find some shortcut methods also. This series will help you for SSC, RRB, and any other competitive exams. The wave shape of current flowing through an inductor is this is the wave shape of current. The wave shape of voltage drop V across the inductor is. That means we have to find out the voltage drop across the inductor wave shape where the current wave shape is given. In this question, it is given that the current IL through an inductor, the wave shape is given of IL like this, and we have to find out the value of VL in terms of this wave shape. Okay, what is the value of VL? VL equal to L di dt. We all know. If this is the formula of voltage across inductor, then you can see L value is constant. Whatever may be the value of L, it may be 2 millihenry, 3 millihenry, whatever may be the value of this L, it is constant. And I, the current wave shape is given here, and we have to find out the VL wave shape. In this case, what will be the di dt? We have to multiply that with a constant term L, then we will get the value of VL. If we derivative this current di dt, then we will get the idea of VL waveform. Okay. Then we will multiply this with this constant term. The wave shape will be same, the magnitude value will be different then. So if we can find this di dt value, then the wave shape of VL we will get. The IL, here the wave shape, this wave shape is nothing but of ramp signal. This is the wave shape of ramp signal. And if we take the derivative of ramp signal, then we will get unit step signal. And the unit step signal is like this. So irrespective of the magnitude, because we don't know the value of inductor, so we will not be able to find out this magnitude value, but the wave shape will be of unit step. We can tell this one. Okay. Derivative of ramp is unit step. This way, if we take the overall, in signal system, we study about 4 different type of signal. The signals are impulse one, second one is unit step, and the third one is ramp, and the fourth one is parabolic. So you can remember from here, if we take the derivative of unit step if we take derivative of unit step, then we will get the impulse signal. If we take the derivative of the ramp signal, then we will get the unit step signal. And in case of parabolic, also same in this way. And in case of integration, suppose here I value given, VL we are finding. Suppose the VL value would be given. Suppose this way one unit VL value is given and it is unit step. It is clear here. If we have to find the IL value, then IL equal to 1 by L integration of VL dt. So we have that time here also L is constant. So irrespective of the magnitude value, if we can integrate this VL signal, then the wave shape of IL we will get here integration of this unit step. Integration of unit step, what will be? Here see, derivative of ramp signal, if it would be unit step, then inversely we can say unit step where integration of unit step, it will become ramp signal. So integration of unit step, it will become ramp signal. So the current wave shape will be of a ramp signal. It will be like this. So this is the common thing you can remember. Derivative of unit step, impulse. Derivative of ramp signal, unit step. And derivative of parabolic signal is ramp. In reverse way, we can say integration of impulse, unit step, and integration of unit step, it will be ramp, and integration of a ramp signal, it will be parabolic signal. If you remember this one, you will be able to find out this type of problem very easily. Okay. In the other way, this type of problem, if you don't know about the signal, then you can find out the answer of this type of question in this way. VL equal to L multiplied by di dt. Okay, this is constant part, so we have to first find out the value of di dt here. So di dt, here the di, the current, if it is 2 ampere, and dt, if it is t, then it is also constant, and this one is also constant. So the overall is constant value. So the di dt is constant and L is also constant. So VL will become of constant value. So the waveform of this VL will definitely become like this, because this is the waveform of any constant value. Okay, you can also find out the answer in this way.
The bandwidth of an AC series circuit consisting of R, L and C is option A, L by R, option B, R by L, option C, L by RC, and option D, RC by L.
Now we have to find out the value of bandwidth in RLC circuit. So we know the value of bandwidth in RLC series circuit bandwidth is R divided by L, and in case of parallel RLC circuit the value of bandwidth is 1 divided by RC. How? You can remember this in this way. Suppose this is one signal current versus omega, angular frequency. Suppose the value of this peak point corresponding frequency is omega naught and the lower frequency is omega 1 and the upper frequency is omega 2. Here the bandwidth will be omega 2, the higher frequency minus the lower one, omega 2 minus omega 1. So the bandwidth is nothing but the value in terms of omega 2 minus omega 1, the ultimate value will be in terms of omega. So omega is nothing but the frequency, angular frequency, and we know the frequency f or omega equal to 2 pi f, frequency is nothing but 1 by time period, that is tau. And we know in case of RL series circuit the tau is L by R, and in case of parallel circuit the tau value is RC. It is different, but you can remember in this way. The RL series circuit, in case the tau value is L by R, and RC parallel circuit, the tau value is RC. So here, as the omega is reverse of the time period, then L by R is becoming R by L and RC is becoming 1 by RC. This is the value of tau, and frequency is reverse of the time period tau. So the frequency is becoming 1 divided by tau, and if we reverse this tau in case of RL circuit, this is series circuit, so R by L it is becoming, and in RC circuit, if we compare the RC circuit with the parallel circuit, then it will become 1 by RC. You can remember in this way also.
If you have any doubt related to any topic of electrical engineering, then you can comment in the comment section below, or you can mail us. The email address is given on the screen. We will try to answer your doubt in any one of these 3 languages. Thank you.